Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I wanted to bring forward a little bit of an energy update. What is going on? And also share a little way that we can kind of ground it in at the end and integrate and I really find that anything that I do with the work that I do, I am a channel and I love to sort of bring it all in through experience because I find that experiences and creating experiences for people to have and facilitate their own experience is one of the most powerful ways that you can anchor in any shift. So we're going to do that at the end. I'm going to see how much time I have before my baby wakes up. But I really wanted to come forward with a brief energy update and show up more here because this feels like a great place to hang. So I have my cacao with lion's mane in it. I love lion's mane. If you guys listen to my blooper in, I think it was the August energy update or the previous episode, you can hear about that. But I have cacao with lion's mane. I like to add honey to it. I've been really connecting with a lot of goddess energy and Isis energy and playing around with this like foods of the goddess. And they keep saying cacao and honey are like these beautiful nectars and like dates and nuts and seeds. I don't know why, but I'm just rolling with it. So I'm playing around with that as well. And there's just something so beautifully heart opening and expansive. Work with the energy of cacao to help you clear out a lot of the heart chakra stuff and clearing that might be happening right now. I find cacao is just something that really can boost your creativity. It lifts your vibration. If you can get your hands on some really great ceremonial grade cacao, or even just cacao, if you can't find that, just get regular cacao and infuse it with intention. Imagine running light through your hands. Just remembering that like you have these abilities too. You can set intention. Intention and using your imagination is the greatest, excuse me, the greatest tool that we have. And to trust that what you are bringing forward is happening. And this is what I share with a lot of people who have gifts. They're using their gifts or they're beginning to use like say Reiki or whatever. A lot of them don't. They need to believe that what they're bringing forward is happening. And there's that belief and that trust in your own unique power. So I feel like if you're listening to this and you're kind of like, am I really channeling? Am I really doing this? Am I bringing through this energy? I just want you to just put that in your mind and your heart to really sit with the energy of you being powerful and believing in yourself and believing in your gifts. Because there's no one that's going to sit around you and tell you themselves that, yes, you're doing it. Or sometimes even when you have that validation, maybe you don't believe it. So this is just a message to believe in your gifts, believe in what you're bringing forward. And if there's anything I can share with you in channeling is that you're not going to have proof, you know? Sometimes you're going to think you're making it up, and that's part of the process. And I talk a lot about this in this course that I'm creating that should be launching out in a couple weeks called Activate Your Channel. So you can stay tuned for that. But I do talk a lot about that. It's your imagination is your greatest tool, and you're going to think you're making it up because you're having a conversation with something that doesn't exist to your 3D eyes. So there is a level of trust. Trust is everything when it comes to that. So with that long-winded thing, we're just going to let it rip. That's the way I do things. That's the best way in which way things come through. But Lionsgate, I don't really fully have the words to describe what has happened. I am still integrating. It was very, very powerful for me. And I feel like we're also still integrating from the big energies that that Lionsgate, the full moon, Mercury going direct, like there's been a lot of, they say, heavy hitting energy. I had a really powerful experience on the 8/8, but I have those usually every year, but it's just, this one was just so different and potent. And but I wanted to share a little energy update for the week or whenever you're really watching this. But what really it felt like that the energy, the dust is beginning to settle. It's giving me really this after the storm feeling, you know, if you haven't really had the words or really been able to, you feel like what weighs up and you don't really, or you've been feeling tired or you kind of like discombobulated. I never use that word, but that's the word they're sharing. Like you don't know which way's up, you hardly can formulate words, or if you've been finding it hard to do tasks that you normally do, it's because you've been going through an energetic shift, and there's been a lot that's been kicked up. There's been a lot that's been activated, and some of you, there's been like an energetic storm. There's been a lot of density that you've been clearing and moving through, and all this energy that has been tied up in old karmic experiences that you've been busy around the clock closing out these loops, and a lot of activations and clearing at a really quick pace to kind of prepare you what has come. And so that energy of that feels like the dust of that is clearing. This weird fog and density that's been in the air is beginning to shift. Actually, the word they want to share is the energy is beginning to lift. There's an energetic lift, and I want you to feel that in your body when I say that word, energetic lift. It feels like there is a leg up happening. The universe is here to help you, and the energetic weight is lifting from what's been kind of around, causing a little bit of lack of clarity or difficulty in moving forward or taking those steps or doing those things that you're like, no, you need to do. And this really, the energy right now is it's integrating. The dust is beginning to settle. There's something that has been working while you've been going through this, you know, these activations or the storms or the density. There's been a lot. What you have not seen is that above this cloud, they're showing me that there has been so much orchestrating for you. And now it feels like this fog and density is clearing, and there's a sweetness that is coming. There is abundance, there's sweetness, there's luck, there's new opportunities that are coming. And I think that you feel like, oh my God, how am I ever going to be able to do that next week or this week or whatever if I'm feeling this way? And they're saying overnight shifts, that this is not around to stay, this is shifting. I'm feeling like there's a lot of new ideas coming, or you've been seeing the vision and the steps are provided for you, but they're saying you are ready. And there's a lot of leaping energy. I need to energetically leap. So energetically hold this new vibration and make that decision and make that choice and direct the energy. And there's also like physical leaps that you're being called to make. You know, book that trip, take that thing, make that step, create the video, whatever it is that you want to do. There's leaps that you're being called to make. And they keep coming to your attention because this is timing. And so I want you to sit and feel in your energy in your body, because there's been a lot of, I see like soul shifts and really big upgrades, and you've been given these newfound divinely given gifts. And it is time to kind of like work with them and learn how to move forward with them. And that comes with taking a leap. It comes with stepping out and trying new things. And that energy that has been kind of tied up, holding you from like, you know, when you're trying to like move forward, but you're feeling all this stuff and it doesn't feel clear and you can hardly get the words out and felt a little choppy. That is lifting. And so you're going to feel in your energy, in your body, that lift. You're going to feel that momentum. You're going to feel that need to move forward. And that is what's coming. There's a momentum. It feels like the delays are over. They weren't really real delays. And there's been this momentum that has been building. There's been a fire that has been building. There's a potency to you. And it is the perfect timing for this energy of you, whatever it is, this expression of you to come forward. And I feel like there's a new form of authenticity, and you're going to really be able to see they're saying like the disconnect between the 3D and the 5D, or the people that are operating not really from this authentic place and this truth and this lived experience. There's going to be a big disconnect that you're going to feel. And even within yourself, like in your everyday, like when you show up to something and you're just kind of like running at it feels like very 3D, and you're kind of like going along with the conversation, but you're like, what am I even saying? Like, this isn't me. I don't even care. You know what I mean? There's going to be a bit of disconnect, and you're being asked to really show up in that authentic truth, that authentic place, because that's where the magnetism is. And there's going to be a very big beginning to disconnect between what is coming from an authentic place and what isn't. And there's a different frequency behind those two energies. So use your divinely given innate intuition, your energetic gifts to really sense and feel behind what is coming from a place of truth and authenticity versus what is not really fully anchored. And even when you go to make a leap, it's like this energetic shift is happening through embodiment. It's happening through you embodying this new energy and the new version of you. And they're saying if you fall, just get back up again. You know, you're kind of like learning how to walk on new legs, because the level at which was activated and is being brought forward is on a next level. And they're saying that these divinely given gifts, like your divine inheritance, is coming forward. So it does feel like in the next few weeks, there might be new opportunities that feel big, or you're being asked to create those opportunities for yourself in some way. And they're saying you're ready. Stop selling yourself short. Believe in yourself and start to make those leaps, because these opportunities are going to start dropping in, and they are for you. They're for you to say yes. And another thing that they want to share is that a lot of you, it feels like there's overnight shifts, there's overnight creations, there's ideas that you're being called to create and act on and run with. But the thing is that a lot of these are downloaded, and this can be in any area of your life, of whatever realm you are working in. There's ideas that are for you. So I'm going to actually use say you are in an office environment and you get the idea, but yet you share it with a coworker. They take it and run with it, and pretend it's their own. Like, this is the test here. Okay. You have to really, some of you listening, you're being given these ideas for a reason, and you need to start to work in silence. Don't share your big moves with the people around you. I'm also seeing stop the way that this is going to really move forward and escalate really quickly for you, because it does feel like things moving at the speed of light. But the way that this is going to come forward with you at an escalating pace and from a really big sense of power and potency is from you really maintaining the sacredness of what you're bringing forward, and don't muddy it up by sharing it with other people, because what you're bringing forward is unique, and you attract a lot of people who might take those ideas and run with it. And you've learned from that. You've learned those tests, and it's time to move forward with it. It's time you've passed those tests. You've learned that lesson. So the energy of it is going to come from you dropping those overnight albums. You know, like what's happening. That is where the magnetism and the potency is coming from. So you're being called to work in silence. You're being called to protect your energy and maybe the people around you. You're being called to maintain a sacredness and a silence and work in silence right now, and disconnect from the people that are doing the same thing from you, from the people that are in the same industry as you. Stop following the pages, start to really hone in on this uniqueness of what you're bringing forward and this energy and potency that is coming from you. So there is a need to work in silence. There's also a need to disconnect from other people who are doing the same thing from you, because that is where we have to let go of comparison and come at it from our own authentic place. Instead, like, you're here to invent the wheel. You're not here to follow, right? You're here to pave the new way. You're not here to follow what's been done. Let the energy of that distraction kind of run in that timeline. You're being called to pave the new way in your industry. So you're here to disrupt the system. You're here to do things from your own unique way. And it's getting muddied up from trying to do things the same way other people are doing them or trying to keep up. That's not coming from a place of your truth and the alignment that is happening for you. So if you can really believe in that sense of alignment that's coming for you, work in silence, hone what you're doing, because it's time for you to move forward in this higher path and trajectory at the speed of light. So I feel like there is a new vibrancy to you. There's a magnetism to you. There is a newfound sense of power that is beginning to return to you. It's always been there, but it's beginning to return to you. And you might even start to realize, like, hey, I deserve better. Hey, I'm selling myself short. Hey, this is possible for me. So I want you to think in terms of making big leaps and being in that new energy rather than remaining in this same vibration that you've been in, or making little subtle moves or trying to do a million things. It's about really honing in on the thing and coming at it from that greater sense of potency. So that comes with, okay, where am I being pulled right now? What offerings am I being pulled to right now? What is going to really make big shifts in my life? Is it from doing this? Like, where is this next step really coming from? Like, where am I being called to focus my energy and attention to get me to where I want to go? Not from like, is this step that I'm taking really moving the needle forward, or is it just kind of keeping me just under the surface? Because it's time to pop out. It's time to rise above the noise, the clouds, and shift into a really new vibration and level of yourself. It's time to quantum leap. So I'm just going to finish this off by sharing a little guided meditation activation to really hone this in a little bit. So if you can, close your eyes, taking a nice deep breath, and you can come back to this if you can't get to it right now. But they just want you to really close your eyes, taking some long, deep breaths and really letting something go and exhaling with every exhale and just letting your shoulders drop. With every inhale, I want you to fill up your body, your belly, like a balloon filling up with air, holding and squeezing really tightly. And then really exhaling it out and letting something go, letting your energy drop, letting your energy settle. This is really going to help you drop into your body, your heart, your nervous system drop. There's been a lot of nervous system elevation. And then imagine that we're just going to do a brief clearing. We're just going to imagine that a golden light is coming down from source consciousness. It's moving through your crown, cleansing and clearing and dissolving old thoughts, old loops. Moving down through your throat, just really cleansing out this space, releasing any binds, any hooks to this space, anything preventing you from speaking your truth, or expressing this newfound sense of self and gifts that have been activated. We're going to release any old timelines related to those gifts. And we're just moving down through your chest, really pushing out any energy, moving down through your belly, your legs. I'm just going to imagine a tornado of light moving around your body, releasing any density, moving around. Even you can even send this tornado of light around your space that you're in, just clearing your room. It's a little hack for clearing your energy. We're going to release any cords, any attachments, any hooks, drains, anything tapping at your energy, anything causing any chaos, any confusion in your life. We're just going to imagine it being vacuumed up to source to be transmuted. Just taking a nice deep breath, you might feel a sense of expansion in your body. And you can use this a few more times. We're just going to really clear out this energy. I want you to imagine and see that there's been like density or maybe a cloud in front of you, around you, this fog, like you can't see the way forward. And we're just going to actually imagine that this is lifting. It's being vacuumed up. It's being released up to source. And taking a nice deep breath, we're going to call in all your power, all your light, any power that you've been given away, any energy that's been draining out of you. We're going to call back your power, any lost soul fragments, any bits of energy that has been dispersed, leaving you feeling sort of torn or fragmented or all over the place. We're going to just bring it in and imagine little bits of pieces of light are now coming in to be returned to you. Your power, your sovereignty, just bringing in this energy. Even some of your light body, if you imagine like seeing a part of you that's above you, we're just going to pull it in and really anchor it into your body. Taking a deep breath in. Breath is really going to help you bring this energy in, these bits and pieces of light that have been dispersed through different directions, time and space. We're calling it all back to you now. so you feel a little bit more contained. Bringing all the energy back to you. We're just going to take a moment to really breathe this in. I know, I imagine that all this energy, these activations that you've been moving through, the density, releasing, and these energy activations and these soul fragments that are returning your power, your light, are what's being kept, what's being honed in right now. And now we're going to send that energy like a grounding cord down through the floor below you, down through all the layers of the earth, through the crystal kingdoms, the plants, the soil, the mud. I'm going to imagine plugging yourself into the 5D, 6D crystalline grid of Gaia and feeling like it's like a light socket. You plug your light into there and it just disperses like a spider web of light, and it lights up the grids. You light up the world. And now sending it and anchoring it deep into the belly of the earth, almost like anchor points are rooting you into the earth. You're connected to the crystal, your crystal's at the center of the earth. Maybe you see those light up and awaken. And just sending any excess energy that can't be integrated right now down into this space to be slowly integrated, like a titration, whenever you're ready. But just feel like a magnetic tug rooting you to the earth. And as you do that, you feel your light body, that if it's been above you, you're now feeling that rooted down into your body, connected into your body. So that you're a walking embodiment of your higher self, of your light body, fully activated and in your body. So that it's not as easy to be swept up in the collective or in other people's noises. When we're really rooted in our bodies and anchored into the space, we're not as easily swept up by all the energies that may serve to distract or pull us away or pull out our energy. We're just going to really release any remaining hooks. And whatever can't be transmuted, we're just going to return back to sender through love and compassion. And taking a nice deep breath in your heart. The dust is settling. The new sense of self and energy is rising. Just breathing in a sense of sweetness and love and joy and magnetism and golden codes of abundance. The sweet energies that are here surrounding your field. They know it's been kind of chaotic and difficult, but there's a sweetness that we can breathe in right now and embody. There's love surrounding you. You're safe. You're loved. You're taken care of. There's so much that has been happening behind the scenes for you. And they're so proud of you. There's so much love around you. There's so many angels that support you and love you. There's a lot of celebration as old contracts and tests have been passed and completed. There's a celebration for you. So feel into that sweetness and joy, even if it's for a moment. But that light is returning. It's always been there, but it's returning. You're moving through the gates, the ascension gates, the ascension gateways, rising up into higher levels of consciousness and awareness, into your next level. The energetic leap and shifts are here. And they're ready, and you're ready. So, just taking a deep breath, you can slowly open your eyes and come back into the space. And if you need more time, just take more time. Maybe even journal, write. Some of you just take some salt baths or be in the lake, be in the ocean, be in the waters, are really going to help you cleanse this energy. Just really imagine your energy really rooted and just feeling yourself off in a bubble of light. So I hope that you enjoyed this meditation, this activation. There's going to be a lot more of that to come. And I hope that you have an incredible day, week, whenever you're listening to this. And if you can like, comment, or share this with a friend who might need, I greatly appreciate it. And I'll speak to you in the next video.